quite a few folks walking out here. Hey, welcome back to Derek's Destinations. Today, we're up right now in Nevada, but we're getting ready to cross over into California pretty soon, only to see Death Valley. Now, a lot of people think there's nothing there to see, it's just Death Valley. Well, there's a lot to see. And I don't know if I'll get to see it all or not, or if we will get to see it all or not. But we're gonna go and do what we can because we have other travels and things to do to get on the way. And I'd like to come back some other time and really do a better video on Death Valley. But let's just call this a death crash. I mean a crash course in it, not a death crash. And as you see, they're saying here, last stop before Death Valley. Well, this is just a little intersection out in the middle of nowhere. It's rather busy, obviously, but the nearest little town is called Pahrump, which is about 5 miles back that way. They actually have a Walmart, believe it or not. But this is supposed to be the last stop. Snacks, tavern, ice, beer, loose slots, gas, water, soda. So, but we'll see. We'll keep an account of them to be sure to tell them the truth. And if it's not and we see another place to get it, well, we're gonna call them out, all right? Okay, well, let's head on and let's see what else we can find going towards Death Valley. Well, as you see, we made it to the Death Valley National Park, home of the Tambisha Shoshone Indian tribe. I hope I said the name correctly. I may have said it wrong. But this is the sign just as you enter the park. Then you can tell the landscape's changing just a little bit. Okay, as you enter the Death Valley National Park, you're going to come to a kiosk area, basically for information and to buy your passes, which is what you use at the visitor center to get everything else you need to see what's in at the park. Also here, if you'll see, there's a couple of restrooms. Makes it pretty, you know, convenient. And I guess sometimes they're, let's see, unmanned aircraft. You cannot fly drones in the park is what it says. Okay, but let's see, there's a newspaper here, Death Valley National Park, Winter Spring Visitor's Guide. So that's good to know, you know. They showing here the kiosk that you go to and some of the regulations. We got the Rona going on big time now, so you know you have to take that into consideration when you're doing this here. And there's some more pictures, I guess, of part of the park, but otherwise that's all this little place is. And we'll be probably stopping up here at Furnace Creek Visitor Center, so I'll tune you in when we get there. Now what we're going to see now is an overlook for the Badlands. Now there are trails, you know, beginning, medium, and expert kind of trails you can go through here and actually feel like you're lost out in it. It wouldn't be hard to do. Just to give you an idea, there's Winsky Point, that's where we're going to go. Badlands Loop, Grand Canyon Trailhead, and Grand Canyon Trailhead, Gower Gulch. Oh, and Golden Canyon, I see now. You know, they'll give you a good run for your money, and it's downright beautiful, I do believe, just from what I've seen, you know, driving up into here. So let's go to the top of Zabrinsky Point and let's see what they got to offer. I don't know if many of you know, but I'm a veteran, and veterans and active military are free to the park. Now the kiosk would not give me a pass, so I came on up to the Furnace Creek Visitor Center and they helped me out. And here they just checked my ID, which mine is a health card. You may have a whatever military ID you have that they'll take, and they'll give you a pass for your car, and then they'll give you a map. Now, it was very simple. Even with the Rona going on right now. And as you see, it says it's 76 degrees here in Death Valley, 24 degrees Celsius. And the sign back the road said that we were about 190 feet below sea level. And as I understand it, Death Valley goes down to 258 below sea level. And although we're passing through Death Valley, we're going to see if we can see some other sights and find out what's exciting in the area. So hang with me and let's take a ride. I want to try and make it to Badwater before we leave the park, but along the way there's a few stops, and one of them being Golden Canyon Trailhead. Now I'm just going to walk in. I'm not really going to stay any real length of time. We'll do this pretty quick so you can see it. And I'll show you this first. Golden Canyon is a trailhead, meaning you can start here and you'll either come back to this same point or some other obviously different point. But I haven't gone far into the canyon, and you can see already the cliffs that are surrounding me. I'd like to give you a little perspective. Maybe that's good. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, they're probably, I don't know, right now 50 feet up. I'm really unsure, but yeah, trailhead, like I said, steps up and you keep on going up the trail. Another time I'd really like to come back and investigate it a bit more, but for today I just need to get quality, not quantity in. So let's get on out of here and see what's on further down the road before we get to Badwater. Badwater is supposed to be the area where it's the salt flats, I believe. So as I'm walking out, I'm looking for mountain lions. I really don't want to hurt one today, you know what I mean? All right. Oh yeah, the other cool thing is every so often on the trail you get to see these. Now I don't think this has a meaning, but you know, when I was in the Boy Scouts, how you stacked them and how they were facing gave directions to people who were coming along. That one's just for pure beauty. So, and there's a few more up the trailhead. Hope they're here when you come. See you a little bit further down the road. We're almost at the end of the Artist View Drive. I just want to give you a panoramic perspective of everything. It's a nice drive. Some of the colors very pastel, almost Easter-like. You know, you'll enjoy it. Trust me, there's some places that really do open your eyes. Maybe my video will show some of that, but we've got to get to Badwater, so let's go. Currently at the lowest point in the USA, 258 feet below sea level. And it's called Badwater Basin. Now it may not look like it because I got all these mountains here around me, but I'm sure the peak of them might be sea level. You know, I can't gauge height and stuff, so don't trust me, but you know, of course up there it's not 258, but down here. And it's called Badwater Basin. And I'm gonna show you right quick. And we're gonna and of course the view of the parking lot. Well, You know, I just wanted to say that it's very Star Trek-ish here in Death Valley. You know, something you go, no, that can't be real. But you know it is. It's just some of the terrains are really, in a way, so alien-like. You thought that you only saw those on the TV. Well, that's not true. The other thing I want to point out is that we're walking out here where they allow people to go. And look at yes, all the white on the sidewalks. That's from deposits of people walking out here, you know, to see this phenomena. And it looks like there's quite a few out here. And it's almost like a boardwalk going out in any water area. But look at this. That is salt deposits. And, you know, okay, so I said 258. Okay, here's a sign. I was wrong. 282. 282. 282. And there's water here. And bad water pool. Oh, okay. Let's see here. It's an ancient aquifer. Yeah, you see people ruin things, and that's kind of what it says. If you put it on pause, you can read it. Where people have, you know, walked all out here, trampled it down, and it's not what it used to be many years ago. It's kind of sad in a way. I'm not sure about this spot here, but I do know, and I am aware that there are fish in Death Valley. Just not sure where at. But they say the fish, they're living in 93-degree water, and it tends to be a bit salty. And they're only about a little big. They're not very big, you know, inch and a half. Full grown, but they are fish. It says help protect salt flats and no collecting, no digging or carving violation subject to $5,000 fine. Okay, well, see where I'm going? Quite a few folks walking out here, and you can tell this little area, it's salt, you know. I'm sure people have trampled all out on it, you know. And I was thinking when I came up here, I want to taste some of it. But because I know people have gone off the beaten path and walked all out there, walking on it and stuff, two things. Number one, I feel like no matter where I go to try and taste a little piece of this salt, somebody has stepped on it, peed on it, done something on it, I don't know what on it, because it's only been here a few hundred years that we've been messing with this thing. And the other is, I just need to stay on the main path because that's what the Park Service asks, and it's to help preserve what's here. And I would feel bad to feel like, you know, when you think, oh, I can do it because nobody else is doing it, just one. Well, you know, one adds up over time, and something gets destroyed and you don't see it because it happens so slow, you know. So yeah, I might be one that done it today or this week, but next week there'll be one, and the next week there might be two, and you know, and over a year, how many do you get? And over 10 years, how many do you get? And when people see somebody else doing it, then it just snowballs, right? So I'm not going to do it as much as I want to, but anyway, hang with me. We're going to try and get to the end of this trail, and when I get to the end of it, I'll turn you back on to the Badlands, or, well, we were just at the Badlands, to the Badwater Salt Flats. We'll see what we got. These have all these ridges, you know. It's almost like a big lily pad with little edges on it. That's what it reminds me of. You can tell this is where somebody stepped because it's all broken apart. But right over here, you can see there's no broken edges, which means nobody has stepped on any of this. which I'll get a closer look at the formation here if I can. Hope that kind of gives you an idea, but it's pretty awesome. The area even has a different smell, and it's not salty. It's not like an ocean smell. I think with the salts and all the minerals and everything, because what happened is all the water drained down from the mountains. It came into here and made this, it makes this whole area, or made, or maybe is still making, I'm not sure. Water came down from the mountains millions of years ago. And because this is all flat, it didn't have anywhere to go. So it would pond up, make a lake, if you will. And then as it dried, because it's very arid, it would leave behind the salts. Any minerals may have leached through or something, but the salts basically stay on top. And that's how you get all this effect. Well, this area even has its own smell. And it's not oceanic or, you know, coastal kind of a smell. It's not that kind of a salt smell. You can tell it has a mixture of something else in it, like other minerals and stuff. And you know, that seems very viable because the different colors in the mountains, I assume, represent different minerals. And so those different minerals are going to give off different smells, and it's mixed with the salt. I mean, yes, you can tell there's some salt, but it's not that salt smell, you know, that you really get when you're driving up to the ocean. You go, ah, I smell the beach. You don't do that here. Now, because of its own smell, and people who live in the area, they may come around and go, ah, I smell the badlands. Oops, bad waters. Gee. Anyway, I smell the bad waters, and that's what this is, you know, and maybe so, but you need to see it. And, you know, just the view, because we are in a flat valley here with no houses, no nothing, no internet. Don't expect it. You're not going to have it, okay? So, at any rate, we've seen the bad waters. And it's going to take a little hike to get back out here. We got to get back up to that mountain right there, right in that little area there is where all the cars are. I'd say that's a good half a mile, a little more maybe, but you'll have to walk back out to there. Now, some people have ridden bicycles in here, and I don't see where in some areas, especially up to a certain point here, you couldn't even bring a wheelchair if somebody's pushing you, or one of those motorized scooters. You can make it pretty easily, or a motorized little chairs. You know, I don't see why you couldn't, but you're going to get to a point where you're not going to get past this, because they're sticking, some of them 8-12 inches high. So don't expect to do that. Thank you for watching Derek's Destinations today. And I'm really sad to say that I couldn't get much more than this park, as the day is getting long and the night is coming on, and we're just passing through. This park has so much more to offer. Please take advantage of it when you come here. I'm trying to walk on my way out now. If you like what I've done, please subscribe. If you don't subscribe. Or subscribe and see how bad I do next time. But either way, hit the like button. Let me know what you think. And tune in to Derek's Destinations the next time, when who knows where I'll be. I'm kind of like that Waldo guy, you know, or somebody wherever in the world he is. You never know about me. I'll be there. It's Derek's Destinations. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Hang out with me. You're never lost until you're out of gas. That's what Daddy used to say. Bye.